March Book 1, picking up where we left off on page 84. So, November 28, 1959, starting in late November, so about this time of year, we started with, quote, test sit-ins to test the local store's policies, establishing that they would not serve an interracial or all-black group. Our plan was simple: enter a store, ask to be served, and if or when we were refused, we would leave. So just testing to make sure that the stores would actually be segregating and causing problems. Here we see the storefronts, we see active, busy city, and here they are gathering. I was nervous. We were all nervous. Cha-ching, 10 cents. Purchasing something or other. Kind of looks like a mask. I bet it's not. We each purchased something, establishing us as legitimate paying customers, and then sat down at the lunch counter for a bite to eat. And notice that this one is this is a lunch counter. It's something that probably doesn't really exist anymore in the department stores, but you would buy things and then sit down at their counter to eat. And here he is with the thing he purchased. And you'll notice this is the lunch counter. This is the suspense as the woman walks across the floor, pauses, trying to figure out what she's gonna say. So let's zoom in and take a look. Here's the lunch counter. Here's the woman coming, the woman who is the wait staff coming to serve them or not. And here they are. You can see the heads of 3 black students sitting there. At least one woman, at least one man. And here she says, eyebrows wrinkled, looking really stern and mean, "I'm sorry, we can't serve you here." And here she's super polite, well dressed. "May we speak to the manager?" Part of our discipline was that only one person spoke for the group in an action. On this day, we designated Diane. And everyone's looking as calm and maybe angelic as possible. He can overhear them whispering in the back. And here comes other footsteps, ones with what we might assume to be more authority because they are male. Click, clack, 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 and make louder noises. "I'm the manager. Look, it's the store policy not to serve colored people here." "What about the white students? Can they be served?" So they had a group that included white students. "No, I'm sorry. They're with you, so we cannot serve them either." "Thank you." And so they got up and left. Simple as that. No harsh words, no violence. No one even paid much attention as we left. When news of this student-led campaign spread, words of encouragement and support flowed in from around the country. We decided to stage our second set-in the following Saturday, December 5th. And last Saturday was December 5th also. Here she is again, or someone like her. "Hold up, we don't serve colored people here." This time, I think they were expecting us. "May I speak to the manager, please?" And here you see arms crossed across their bodies, indicating sort of a closed off emotion. "I'm sorry, it's store policy not to serve Negroes." And again, colored people and Negroes, these are terms we would not currently use. They were considered polite at the time, at least semi-polite. "Thank you." And so again, we left without incident. In January, following the winter break from school, our weekly workshop numbers swelled. They grew. We were close to ready, though no specific date had yet been set for our first sit-in. As fate, or the spirit of history, would have it, someone else made the move for us. On Monday, February 1, 1960, in Greensboro, North Carolina, 4 freshmen from North Carolina A&T took seats at the downtown Woolworth's lunch counter. So this is a different group with the same goals in a different part, doing the same thing. One of them had read the FOR comic about Dr. King and Montgomery, which got them talking about nonviolent action. And again, you hear the words, "I'm sorry, but it's against store policy to serve colored people." The next day, 19 students, black and white, had joined the original 4 at Woolworth's. So it started with 4, grew to 19, and we see the feet of the people. By Wednesday, the number swelled to 85, and similar sit-ins had formed in Raleigh and Durham, so other cities in the South. Both of those are in North Carolina. A young North Carolina minister, Douglas Moore, was a friend of Jim Lawson and called to encourage us. "They've been preparing. That's right, we've had 2. They're nearly ready." Ding! On February 7th, 1 week after the Greensboro sit-ins, we began ours. And here's a line of people, both black and white, mostly all young, walking calmly in. And here is the whole page on page 89. And we're back to the present day. January 20, 2009 in Washington, D.C. It's 8:57 a.m., getting really close to that 9 a.m. start time. Okay, I've got to go. Do you all have everything? I think we're all set, Bob. Are you going to be warm enough? It was 19 degrees on our car's thermometer, and it's not even supposed to get above freezing today. Do you have a scarf? Gloves? I have gloves, and I think I have a hat somewhere too. Here it is. Oh, you can't wear that. Why not? People need to see you. They need to see your face. Do you have a scarf? Maybe a different hat? No. And here we see this guy starting to shuffle with his scarf. Here, Congressman. What's he about to do? Use this one. There, Bob. Wear that. I can't take the young man's scarf. What's he going to wear? I'm going to be inside. I won't need it, sir. Seriously, take it. Thank you, brother. Okay, I'm going to wear the scarf, and I appreciate it, but you all really don't have to go through all this trouble. There was a half a foot of snow on the ground in Nashville the day we first sat in, and I survived that. And here we're back to the past. He's a young man again, half a foot of snow on the ground in Nashville. 11 a.m., February 7th, 1960. Here's the snow on the ground, the snow falling, and they're walking in a group, in a crowd. And here's downtown, looking rather festive for the holidays. Woolworth's, big department store. Ka-ching, ka-ching. That'll be 10 cents. Thank you. Ka-ching. Just general normal sounds of retail, and then the empty seats at the lunch counter. Whew. And here's the wait staff and all of the people sitting down at the lunch counter looking at the menus like it's perfectly normal. And here's the lunch counter. She's cleaning up. There's someone behind her. Oh my God. And I'm not going to repeat the rest of what she says. Ma'am, may we be served? And she says effectively, we don't serve you here, but she adds in violent language to that. And then she puts up a sign and says counter closed, as in nobody is allowed until you leave, essentially. And that is the end of that. That's page 92. We're going to stop there.